Hi, Sarah. All right, I'm going to do your psychic wisdom service now. So, I just finished your past life wisdom and healing service, and now we're going to see what they have to just share as psychic wisdom for you, okay? So, I'm just going to relax and then we'll see where this takes us. So, I'm instantly looking at yellow. It's like a yellow dress. I'm a little girl and I'm just sort of even tugging on it trying to get this woman's attention. It's a bright yellow dress. The fabric is really soft. It's nice. It's lovely. It's beautiful. I feel just something really positive about all this. I'm still just pulling on the dress, looking up. I don't see the woman. I'm like a child tugging on a dress. It actually flows outwards. It looks kind of like a really nice gown. I'm just waiting for something to happen. I'm literally going and I'm sitting on a step now and I'm just, just like a kid, just kind of bored, not really sure what to do. And I'm waiting now, waiting for something to happen. I'm looking across a really massive courtyard. It's not particularly well landscaped. It's just really nicely cut grass. It feels like the stairs go down forever. It feels like it would take forever for me to go down all these stairs to get to this landing. I don't even feel like doing this. I don't even feel like going down the stairs. I'm telling you, this place really reminds me of Versailles or something like that. I mean, I can't see what it looks like. I'm only looking at the courtyard and it's like it goes on for an entire mile, like a flat land with just mowed grass. But I mean, there's a pathway that goes straight in and then there's a huge forest way, 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 way out there. I mean, I expect to see more flowers and more, things growing, like more garden type of landscapes, but it's just like an open field. There's still something really beautiful about that. There's huge sort of, I don't know, the stairs just go down forever. But once you get to the bottom landing, there's sort of a piece that just goes straight. So it just stays at the same level, and then at the ends there's like big cups like they would hold, flowers that would just grow over or downward, but or vines or something, but there's nothing growing out of those cement cups or whatever. I mean, it's really fancy. They even show me what are like lions, cement lions, just looking even across the distance. I still feel like a bored little girl, like I'm 4 years old and I'm just sitting here. It shocks me because any 4-year-old there's something to figure out here. There's something to be awed by. There's something exciting, but she isn't excited at all. Spirit is saying, there's something we're missing here. You have it all, so to speak, but yet you're not satisfied. What would satisfy you? She's still she doesn't even have an answer to that. She does not know what would satisfy her. She's so into just not knowing that she would rather just sit here and be in this moment like this than to participate in trying. Just go down the stairs and look around the corner and go play, go pretend, go see what can happen out there when you just let your imagination call you out and beyond this step. They're talking about steps in life even. Don't be afraid to take steps in life and see what is out there. It's a big wide world out there. That's what they're saying. Don't be too stubborn and don't stay stuck on your butt. Make sure you get up and go, smell the roses. It's fascinating because there's no roses to smell here. This place should be covered in gardens. I mean, that's how amazing it is looking from this view, but it's just plain grass. There's something about that as well. My spirit guides are asking me, so what is it about that? What what do you mean there's something about that? And I say, well, creativity manifests excitement. Thinking outside the box. I'm in your spiritual atmosphere right now. I'm exploring the dynamics of you. When I explore the dynamics of you, wow, I have this lavish sort of, I'm a kid with a house that goes on forever and the yard that goes on forever, but there's nothing to do. If I'm in your spiritual atmosphere and it's full of sort of activity, there should be activity even going on in the scenes too. There should be more things going on here. There's something like it's time to take the bull by the horns thing and just go out there and see what's out there. Manifest some flowers for me. Manifest a garden. Let's do this together. What can we do? Let's pull out the creative genius within us. And let's just, you and I right now, okay, let's envision we have an awesome house and we live in Versailles or something crazy like that. In the middle of nowhere, like it's the massive house and we have horses and, whatever, like forest land and archery and we can do whatever we want out here. And right now we're sitting on a step feeling bored and not sure what to do with ourselves. And we're in a space where we can do whatever we want. We can manifest anything we want. We could manifest BMX bike trails. We can manifest a roller coaster here. We can manifest a car lot with a car salesman wearing a pink suit. We can manifest anything we want right now. So why not manifest it? Spirit's saying this too is an aspect of how we need to be living our lives. Start getting creative. Start exploring how we can make life exciting. Not just feel like we're stuck on a step. Get up and go see what's out there. Go do something random. If you never had sushi before, go try it. If you never had, just do something unexpected, out of the ordinary, and give yourself some flavors in life. We're just going to pause right now. Okay, we are putting a BMX bike trail on the landscape. This isn't necessarily the bike. This is like a motocross thing. There's a guy on a motorcycle right now. He's looking at me. He's fully suited up like it's like a race. And there's big jumps and there's something of it's messy, it's dirty. And he now is doing some move where he's kind of getting the back wheel to turn and he's flicking dirt up the stairs. Like trying to tease you or toy with you. Like, oh, you don't like dirty, huh? I'm going to flick some dirt in your face. And he's like, vroom, 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 like flicking dirt everywhere. I mean, he's making a mess of this place. It was like a beautiful, like, courtyard. Like, it goes on forever, but there's really nothing going on there. Nothing is going on forever. There's grass growing, and it's very perfectly trimmed. It's perfectly trimmed grass. It's like this tall, but it's really thick, so you can't see any dirt in between. It's like perfect. It's all the perfect colors. There's not one weed in this entire, like, miles and miles of perfect grass. But now we have a messy BMX sort of motocross style racetrack here with dirt flying everywhere, and we just dug up the landscape, and there's sort of like an ew type of but it was perfect. It wasn't perfect. It was illusion of perfection. It was nothing going on for miles. The reality is what you perceive as perfect is actually nothing going on for miles and miles and miles. So we need to alter that perception and get it a little dirty so we can start to appreciate perfection, so to speak. This is exciting. This is really fun. Let's just see what we can do. We're getting a hot dog car out here. It's like one of those RVs, and there's people in it, and they're gonna serve hot dogs and beers and whatever. And there's mustard and ketchup, and there's fixins, and there's a guy who's a little oversized, and he's got a bad attitude, and he's been working and doing hot dogs for the last 30 years. What do you want? Weird sort of accent about him, like kind of scruffy. We don't know if he's bathed in the last, he just sort of has a grease about him. we're trying to dirty it up, but in an exciting, fun way. You know what I mean? Like we don't know what you're about, but there's something that I like about you being in this. My spirit, I say, well, what do you like about it? What do you like about this guy being in here? And I was like, because he is a reflection of what is not perfect. Sometimes we need reflections of what is not perfect in order for us to truly be able to appreciate everything. There's something about knocking it down a few notches in order to knock it up like several more notches without realizing it. You never, ever knock anything down notches. It's only an illusion of stepping backward when there is no such thing as going backward or even going forward. There's no such thing as going in any direction. There's only the perception of going forward and going backward in life, so to speak. There only ever is the aspect of going forward or progress, I would say. So my spirit guides are saying, so you're telling me it's progress to throw in a motocross, dirty up the landscape, and add in this guy who stinks and does hot dogs, is overweight and a grease ball with a bad attitude. That's progress. And they're saying, yes, it is. They're saying, okay, so we're here at Versailles. We have no flowers growing, and we're adding this. That's progress. They're saying it's not. They're saying this too is a perception of. Okay, give me just a second here to get the language right. I'm just gonna pause. I'm going to actually examine what I have created here. Have you taken the time to ask the little girl what it is she wants? Now all of a sudden, motocross and the hot dog dude is not there. Now we have nothing going on forever. Now it's the little girl's chance to show me. She hands me a little doll. She actually writes with a Sharpie marker "mommy" on the sort of chest of it. It's really simple. Doesn't take much. It's just, I don't know, it's not necessarily cloth because it's got a stretchiness about it, but there's just, some stuffing on the inside, and it's sort of, here's a little ball, here's some balls to make some arms, and you just sort of stitch the ball arms and the ball legs and the ball torso and the ball head together, and now we have kind of a little doll. And she writes "mommy" on it, and she hands it to me. I say, so you want mommy? So that's what this is about all along? You choose not to speak to me. And it's not in any, it's not rude by any means. You just don't choose to speak. It would be like a girl who just is very shy or quiet and just would rather write "mommy" than tell you exactly what she's looking for. She doesn't choose to tell you what she's looking for through language. It's really sweet and cute. I'm telling you, it's really sweet and cute. So I'm going inside. We're both going inside. I'm now here in an elegant space, and a woman in a yellow dress is busy talking to people and not paying attention to her daughter. There's an anger or an upset in the woman, and this isn't an appropriate time for us to be playing or us to be talking, and you need to understand that. This is not an appropriate time. It's not even acceptable. There's something really, I can't stand you for even coming in here and wanting my attention right now. I get to experience the flare of the mother towards the child, and so I get to experience that, and I feel just really, really annoyed. How dare you even think you deserve my attention? I just feel annoyed. I feel bitterly annoyed by this 4-year-old. I can't stand her. The 4-year-old, though, does not feel that about, she just feels like her mother's busy, doesn't have time. She doesn't feel the bitter anger or irritation her mother actually feels towards her. In her heart, she just translates it as, maybe mommy will be able to play with me later. She just, again, she feels trapped. She feels trapped in a world where I don't know. She just doesn't, the one thing that she wants is her mother's attention. She can't have it, so now there's just nothing else. She doesn't know what else to do. This too is still, I'm telling the little girl, I'm saying, let's get creative and let's think of something else. You can't put all your, eggs in one basket. You gotta spread it out. You gotta diversify a little bit. We gotta try new things and explore a new version of a world. And maybe we can't rely on your mom to always be there to play with you. So let's try and find ways that you can find fulfillment within your heart in your own world, through your own special talents and skills, through your own style. I'm thinking motocross and I'm thinking hot dog guy. But I'm not going to put it out there. We're gonna do this together, you and me. And say, I'm your babysitter. What do you want to do? You're showing me balloons. 1 red, blue, and yellow balloon. You would like 3 balloons. So, bam. 3 balloons. I hand them to you. You're just sort of mesmerized by how they stay suspended in the air. And you're holding them, and they won't ever come down to your hand. You just keep doing this with it, so they just bounce up, but they never come down to you. So I'm having you pull them down so you can actually touch the balloons or look at the balloons, but you have to hold on to them or you'll lose them. She wants to lose them. She wants to let go and watch them go up. And I'm telling you, we're in this massive house and it's like the ceiling could go up forever. So she does. She opens her hands and she watches them go up to the ceiling. One of them pops. There's something sharp on the ceiling that pops it. The other 2 are just in the center of the room and just right up at the top of the ceiling. We would never be able to get them back down again, so to speak. Which is okay. One of them turned green. So we just have 1 green and 1 yellow balloon. The green and blue, it just can't seem to decide if it will be green or if it will be blue. And it feels stuck at the top of the ceiling. The balloons do. The consciousnesses of the balloons, they feel stuck or trapped at the top of the ceiling. They have no ability to come down from here unless somebody were to take them down. I tell them that the helium, you will come down. Trust me, balloons always do eventually come down. But that is not the case in this scenario. These balloons have no perception of what is their willpower in life. They have no perception of the future. They have no perception. All they know is they're stuck. They were once held by a little girl. It brought joy to their heart, and then she released them, and now they're stuck on a ceiling, and they will never be able to come down again. There is grief in their hearts. These balloons are actually bewildered and they feel lost. I mean, she let go of us. Why did she let go of us? Didn't she love us? Didn't she care about us? She doesn't want us? They feel stuck at the top of the ceiling. They will never come down. Nobody will never be with anybody ever again. That is the only perception. They aren't choosing to see the reality that the girl loved them so much that she wanted to see what would happen if she let go of them. She wanted to see what would happen. She actually loves them so much she couldn't help herself. She let go of them and there they went up. It was just like a, action and then reaction. Sometimes kids just need to see what happens. Even if they know what happens, they just need to see. They feel heartbroken. They're refusing to believe that she actually did love them. They do not relate to that being a possibility. If she loved us, she would not have let us go. That is final. There is no other scenario here. Again, this is very similar to the little girl, I need my mother if there's nothing else. There's no other options. It's very stubborn. It's a very stubborn way of feeling about the world, You're given a canvas of potential. And the best that we can come up with is either my mom wants to play with me, or otherwise I'm going to sit on this step and that is it. You don't have a right to manifest anything in my like infinite courtyard of nothing, grass forever. You have no right to alter this. There's nothing else. There really is nothing else. I'm saying it's time to perceive that yes, indeed, there is an infinite world out here. Do not go into the Tupperware container of there is nothing else and I do not know, and then seal yourself inside and say this is the world that I live in and this is the truth. Otherwise, this will always be the truth. The truth will never change. This will always be the truth. You're going to be stuck and it's just like, this is just the way it is. This is just it. I don't know. This is just it. There's nothing else. Now that's all there is. You're sealing yourself into this. And so we got to open up the lid and we got to stretch and then we got to see, oh, infinite world. What is the potential of an infinite universe? There's all kinds of potential. It's sort of like in the past life, wisdom, being a servant and feeling stuck. There is nothing else. I will be a servant for the rest of my life. No amount of changing the pattern of thinking or the way of being is going to change that aspect about me. But Spirit says that is not the truth. You can change that aspect by simply choosing to acknowledge that I know I am all-knowing. That is what we explored in the last round, is I am all-knowing. Let's see if we can adopt. I just want to see what happens if this little girl chooses to say I am all-knowing. I want to just see. She's a lot more open-minded. But she also is very, very stubborn. Her mother, too, is stubborn. So my spirit guides say, but her mother, too, is stubborn. Where do you think she gets it? Her mother, too, would refuse to play with her because what her needs were more important than the needs of her daughter, to a degree that her daughter was irritating the living daylights out of her. Like she just couldn't stand having the responsibility of being a mother. Having a daughter that has really normal childlike needs. I just feel lost. I feel there is no... I don't know what else. I'm trying to get her to say I am all-knowing, but it is not meant to be for this energy work or this psychic wisdom exploration. And what they are doing is changing the scene of a girl sitting on these stairs with this beautiful sort of extraordinary yard and everything. The scene is shifting, so we actually go through a revolving door, and now on the other side she is a girl. It's sort of like a secret garden type scene. There's a beautiful like bird bath, but it's a fountain as well, and so it's just a bird bath, but then let's add an additional layer and then put a fountain aspect to it. And then there's, I don't know, there seems to be kind of a pond aspect, but I don't see any water here. But the grasses and the kind of natural shrubbery and the way the trees are, it's really shadowy here and kind of damper. It's not cold by any means, but it's shading the sun very well, so it's cooler. And but there seems to be like a pond type feel to the landscape. It's a small, quaint little hiding place for a kid, and a cute little bird bath fountain in the center of all of this. As she walks towards the bird bath fountain, and it is too tall for her to be able to see in what's on the other side. So she goes up to it, and she can't look at what is there. She can't see what is there. So sometimes if you can't see what is there, you have to trust. This isn't just about a kid trying to look into the bird bath. This is about life. Sometimes we can't always see all the details of life. Sometimes we can't see what is inside or what is on the other side or what is in the future. And so we just allow ourselves to trust. And we just trust in the direction. We just trust in things. But this is not good enough for her. She needs to feel an aspect of control. She needs to feel that she can have control over those things, that's not a good enough answer. She is going to find a way to get taller in order to look in. She needs to see exactly what is inside this. I'm telling her, you already know what it's inside it. It's water. You can actually see, if you stand back, you can see the water. You know there's water in it. But no, I need to see it exactly for myself. It's sort of like holding the balloons, knowing if I let go, they're going to go upward and they're not going to come down. I just need to see this actually happen. I know it's going to happen. I just need to see it, though. I just need to see it. Let the balloons go. Now here we are. We just need to see what is... I just need to look into it. There is sort of a cackling type of sound in the background that's like, let's see if she can find something to stand on so she can actually look inside. I'm going to love watching her demand, I need something to look inside this. And now she's going to enjoy spending the rest of her time here trying to find something to look into this. This is so ridiculous. I mean, it's sort of like kind of an evil woman sort of looking and just finds it hilarious that this girl just, she already knows what's there, but she's not going to find satisfaction until she can see it with her own two eyes. And so she will spend all of her day, instead of playing and being a child and enjoying the secret garden, she's going to spend her time looking for some object in order to help her grow tall enough or stand on something that she can look into it, and she will not be successful. My spirit guides say, are you sure she will not be successful? This cackly noise is saying, oh, she will not be successful. I'm going to make sure she is not successful because she will not let go of her insistence on needing to just see. Sometimes you need to trust. I'm going to force her to start learning how to trust. How is she ever going to start learning how to trust if she won't let go of needing to just having these needs? I just need this. That's the answer. That there is a massive pause. There's no contemplation. There's no further discussion on this. The girl is not even given an opportunity. We're not even allowed to see what happens next. That is the end of story, so to speak. There's a woman. She is sitting and I can't describe the way that she feels right now. She's patient. She has a glow about her emotional body. She has a glow about her feelings, a glow about having real honest perception and real honest feelings about things. She's actually sitting and there's some sort of basket and her legs are kind of wrapped around it, and it's like she's like peeling potatoes or something. There's something very earthy about her. And even there's something even almost Hispanic about just the way that she's dressed and the way that her hair is in a bun. And it's very simple, though. She's not flashy. She's very earthy. Does not live in it would be a very simple home with very simple sort of the female chores but she's working with what is like potatoes or something. I mean, there's a food of some kind that she's scraping at. But I'm telling you, she has a soft glow about her, and the warmth that she radiates, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's really genuine. It's really honest. She's soft-spoken. She's not a loud person. She holds a lot inside herself. But she doesn't have a need to really talk. I mean, she doesn't have a need to really say a whole lot. She's satisfied and she feels in balance emotionally, mentally. Everything feels in balance. Some people are just naturally quieter than other people, and they may have a lot going on inside, and they're actually satisfied and in balance with what they hold within themselves, I suppose you could say. She doesn't need to share every thought she's ever had and every feeling she's ever had. In fact, it's not really about what I think about or what I feel. It's just feeling that I have a knowing about things. I just feel I have a knowing because I am purely aligned with the soft glow of inner love and inner peace and inner satisfaction with myself and my life. There's nothing more that I need or nothing less that I need, so to speak. I mean, it's an beautiful balance, and I want to hug her. I love her. I adore her. I mean, she's fantastic. She's not glitzy, she's not glamorous, she's not supermodel, but she's so worth knowing. And even if you never knew her, she was so worth being around, because you can feel her glow about her. You can feel that she is at peace with herself. And she is in balance with love within herself, inner love of self, inner peace, and the satisfaction and the harmony of life. She is entirely just perfectly happy. I don't know what this is like, but now I know, thanks to this image. She may never have to say a single word in her entire life. She may not have to... She may peel potatoes for the entire rest of her life. This may be all there ever is to life. That she is so much inner peace and so much inner love that this is enough. then the only way I can define inner peace and inner love, it is all-knowing. That is the only way I can define it. She is a reflection of I am all-knowing. Because she technically knows nothing, but yet she knows everything. Is it infinite or is it one, you know? Is it so many we can't count it, or we blend it all together and it is actually only one? She is everything, and then technically she is just one. I mean, she is just one. But yet she is so much more than that, and she is simply sitting and peeling potato. And she is she knows what real happiness feels like. It has no desires. It has no upset. It has no needs or not needs. It has no wants or not wants. It is simply in between wanting and not wanting, needing and not needing. It is not needing and it is not needing. It is simply in balance with inner love and inner peace. And that is, to me, and the feeling of that is all-knowing. She wouldn't even possibly say, I am all-knowing. She wouldn't even have to declare that. She doesn't have to declare anything. She just is. So, she just is. Would she have a need to see what was inside the bird bath? No way at all. Would she have a need to get anybody's approval or to get anybody's attention or to play with anybody? She is so in harmony. This female, though, is maybe in her 20s, so it's not like we're looking at a young girl anymore. She is not loud-spoken. She is not necessarily stubborn. I mean, she is not stubborn. She is in the flow of her life responsibilities, but she wouldn't even consider it a responsibility. She would just consider it a joy each and every day to peel potatoes and be this woman. She knows what true happiness feels like. She is too an expression of true happiness by not wanting or needing anything at all and being perfectly at peace with what she has, which is really not much, but to her it is so much. That is all they have to say about this. That is all they have to say, Sarah. This has been quite an experience, quite an exploration. Some seriously awesome messages about ourselves as human beings, about the way we can feel about life and the things we want in life, or the things that we want that we don't know how to get. There's so many dynamics to what has been shared in both the past life and the psychic wisdom service. Like, both of them were really they had a lot of similarities to them, but also exploring different versions of the same message almost. This is really cool for me. Thank you very much for exploring this with me, and thank you very much too for sharing this work with others, because this is going to strike a chord with a lot of people. This strikes a chord with me as well. There's a lot we can learn from each other. So thank you for this very much. And for those of you watching, if you're interested in a psychic wisdom service or a past life reading or spiritual healing, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting my channel.